performance for you tonight, for your team. Can you just kind of explain your approach?
Yeah, it was tough. I was hoping we would get a few more of those, and it would kind of come down to me having to get bonus points. And we lost some close matches tonight that it ended up not really mattering if I won or got bonus points or not. So it's disappointing. But they had their starter that has been banged up a little bit. They were able to sit him because they were up big enough. So that's a little bit of a disappointing night for me. But regardless, I wrestled pretty well. I was actually pretty proud of being able to take a few different shots later in the match. But you got to do your job, and sometimes even with the dual meet out of reach, you just got to put on a good face out there and compete as hard as you can. I was able to do that. And it's a disappointing performance by the team. I'm definitely upset by it, but we can choose to get better from it, or we can let it hurt.
What does it mean to you to have a crowd like this, record-breaking crowd for NC State wrestling?
Man, it was awesome. You could tell how loud it was. I was trying to keep my anxiety and nerves down early in the dual meet by staying in the back room. I could still hear the crowd going crazy. So I think it speaks a lot of where our program is and what we've been able to do the past few years to get such a huge gathering here. And obviously it's tough because I think if this is people's first dual meet, leaving on a loss is tough. But hopefully they enjoyed it, and I know I really appreciate every time I get to step out here and compete. It's one of the most special wrestling venues in the country, so I'm blessed to be able to do that.
You talked about either you can learn, the team can learn from this, or let it hurt. What do you kind of take away from this to move forward?
Yeah, honestly, watching some of the matches, some of our guys I don't think they were ready for the moment. Some guys I thought wrestled really soft and not aggressive. And, when you wrestle guys that are going to come out and punch you in the face, you've got to be aggressive. And I think the guys that did that won tonight, and the guys that didn't, that's the things to work on. So I don't really think it's even much that technical. I think we win a lot of matches, just mentality-wise. We got to get these guys to believe in themselves, and we got to get guys that want to attack. We need guys in the lineup that want to go through the points and aren't afraid to make mistakes. And we didn't do that in some key matches, so it's disappointing. But there's a lot to learn from. We have a lot of season left, and we'll see how guys respond.
So Trent, you were talking about your aggressiveness early on, and it showed definitely throughout your match as well. Can you just speak, where does that aggression come from? Where does that physicality come from?
Honestly, I think it's just from learning. This is my 6th year of college wrestling. I've figured out that if I hang back and I feel out the match, it makes it a lot easier for guys to keep the match close. And so I think I've just learned that it's best for me to just attack as much as I possibly can right off the whistle. And that's the way I train. I train at a really high pace. I train really hard. So I want to try to utilize that when I wrestle. So I think it's more so just, learning not to hold back from my experience as a 6-year college wrestler, and just trusting in what I do, trusting my training, and not being afraid to make mistakes, and because I know I can score a lot of points.
So obviously your next match is up with Pitt. So how do you carry this aggressiveness over to them, and do you think you'll see a different little outcome next time?
Yeah, I think I've been doing a great job the whole season, kind of mentally locking in and being able to wrestle the way I want. I think we have about 3 weeks here of a lot of good time to train and just improve. Everybody needs to improve. I need to improve. So it's just a really good time for us to, one, make sure we're healthy, and two, push the pedal on training and make sure that, we can flip this result against a Pittsburgh team that's very tough. They wrestle us hard every year, and that's up in my home state, so it always means a little bit more to have some family there. And I'm really just trying to soak up this, this last year as much as I can, and try to teach these guys as much as I can. Tonight was hard for me to watch a little bit of some of the matches, and I think as a leader that I need to be able to get on these guys a little bit and help them improve. We have a very talented team. We're very capable, but tonight we didn't show it.
Thank you so much.